tell me about Netgem. Why is it relevant at this show?
So Netgem is not a very well-known company, but it's number one in IP set-top boxes in Europe. We have about 3 million set-top boxes deployed. We have our own middleware and application framework, and we are present about in 10 countries.
And tell me about IPTV 2.0. You've got a strategy for that. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we view the market now really moving from what used to be very closed, with servers, one network, one device, and opening into these 3 dimensions where you have more content sources, more network to reach everywhere, and also more devices to reach to. And this is a great change for operators. Every operator is struggling to find a strategy about how to manage the connected devices that are entering the home.
Tell me about Home Cloud and how does that link into that?
Yeah, exactly. So our solutions for IPTV 2.0 to open to these new networks and devices is the Home Cloud. So you have 2 different strategies basically. You can connect these devices to the cloud directly, or rely on a more sophisticated system as a proxy server inside the home. We call that the Home Cloud. We offload some of the functions from the cloud and put it in the home, right next to the devices. That creates consistency of experience, that blends the different sources of content together, and redistribute that experience, which is well optimized to all the screens in the home.
So from a consumer point of view, will Home Cloud make things easier?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for operators as well. And trying to have this service running on all these devices with different formats, all the different screens to address, and for each screen maybe different services. And this creates a complexity which is absolutely unmanageable from the cloud. So the idea is to optimize this and to have a media server optimizing this experience and to have this replicated on all the devices.
Now, 12, 24 months ago, you were thinking about the TV and a PC to view content. Now tablets are everywhere. How's that changed the market?
Smartphones, tablets, connected TVs, each of them have their own spots and places in the home. And it's true that previously the PC was the other place rather than the set-top box to consume content. Not an optimized device, and we think the set-top box is the best device to be a media server. The tablet is a nice device to be controlling and also as a secondary rendering device, and the connected TVs are obviously the best rendering devices. And all of them need to connect to the media server for consistency of experience.
So what can you offer that your competitors can't?
Well, what we have is a set of toolkits, which is our middleware. That's the main, let's say, value and expertise of Netgem, created 15 years ago around a strong middleware offer. And now this middleware is pre-integrated on different hardware, but we're fairly agnostic on the hardware on which it runs, and also opens to different applications. So we have an SDK program with all the partners developing their own applications that are integrated together on this middleware. This middleware is the value of Netgem. It's the value also for operators to mix these applications together and not have different applications running in silos and never connected together.
That is quite important for consumers as well. Consumers want something that's smooth to operate, don't they? That doesn't fight for their attention.
That's right. This middleware creates a stickiness, creates an ease of navigation through the different applications, and create a lot of values, because you can imagine a lot of scenarios where you're mixing these applications together. Your social network application with your home network application, with what the provider also offers you, and link these all together, making them run simultaneously. And that's what we're showing here at this show. We're showing, for example, a demonstration on an Intel platform that runs simultaneously the pay TV environment, together with a video conferencing system, together with a gaming, together with a web browsing, and all this interconnected together with our middleware.
How difficult is it to get all that content together and to run smoothly?
Well, bringing this content together and aggregating, this is one of the primary functions of this middleware, where you have a set of toolkits and protocols to be compatible to. So let's say the functional part. And then you need to blend them, and that's really the difficulty, to make things easy for the users, to integrate all these experiences which are operating in silos currently, merge with one another into a single branded experience.
So looking ahead to the next 12 months, what are the challenges for the industry?
Well, it's the transition from IPTV 1.0 to 2.0 that will make the whole industry busy. Most of the operators have been deploying over the last years systems which are aging now. They're not able to face this tide of connected devices with their aging platform. So we need to transition these operators towards this architecture we're talking about that leverages what they've deployed in 1.0, but builds on top of this, thanks to this middleware, and aggregates different functions beyond the traditional IPTV, adding the broadcast, obviously, adding over-the-top services, adding those internet applications, adding maybe Blu-ray, adding video conferencing, adding all this together, and managing the devices in the home. This transition will take more than a year, for sure.